y'all, straight from the garage. Got my son car here today. We doing a cold air intake. A little cheap one we got off of Amazon. It comes with, I almost got this side done already, but basically it comes with the tube, the filter, this little sleeve, and then it has a mounting bracket right here. And I'll show you what I did to figure that out. Then of course you got your MAF sensor that goes up there. But on this side, just to show you how everything goes, I already loosed this clamp here. I gotta loose this clamp here, and then it's supposed to have a bolt in here, but the hole is stripped, so we just use a zip tie. Anyway, I'll pull the zip tie, I'll cut the zip tie off, and then once I do that, well, the MAF sensor is two Phillips head screws. I already took one out, take the other one out. And then we'll take the MAF sensor out. And you don't have to disconnect it, you just pull it out, set it to the side. Then you want to release this little clamp right here. You can set all that to the side. And once you do that, cut this zip tie. Once you do that, oh, we got one more clamp. So you want to pull these out at the same time, because there's no way to lay that clamp. Pull that out. And then you just lift this whole assembly out. We got our little cold air intake here. Now there is a mounting hole on this side. So once we hook it up, we'll figure out where that's supposed to go. So grab this here. Put my two clamps on. Make sure you put your clamps on to where you can work with them. Put this one in the front. I probably should have thrown that box because it's worth money, but whatever. Anyway. Alright, so we got it set in. I got my clamp set up. As you can see, if you look down here on the ground, it came with all these different pieces. And one of the pieces they gave me is this hose. So all I'll do with this hose is cut it so it'll fit, and that hose will go in there. And then with this mounting bracket, alright, so I'm gonna build a bracket. Actually, let me see something. It came with this here, this heat shield. So if I do this heat shield correctly, let me see. I can go, well, that's the fuel pressure regulator. I don't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drill a hole in this bracket. Let me make sure that's gonna fit. Sometimes you gotta get creative. And I know a bunch of you mechanics out there like, oh, what are you doing? I don't care. How about that? All right, so we move that out the way. So what I'm gonna do, I'll mount this here. No, wait, I need it. All right, let me figure out how I'm gonna do this, and then I'll come back and show y'all exactly what I do. Just get this whole assembly out. I have this little bracket material from Home Depot, and I'll show you what I did over here for the other side. I cut a bracket right here. This is to secure the other side. I cut it, I put two holes in it, and I'll show you guys once that dries. I'll show you how I put it on the car. For this side, I'm gonna cut a hole in here, and I'm gonna run it to here, so that way it's not just sitting there. So we'll have a bracket that runs from here to there. So I'll elongate this hole. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, that way it'd be better. I'll make this hole bigger. I'll cut it about right here at an angle. So let me grab my pen. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go from here and make that hole just a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna grab my pen and I'm gonna follow the contour. And that's a rough estimate. We'll cut that out. And then I'll probably use this hole right here with a big washer under it to secure it into there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this cut out and then we'll be back. This is the bracket I built for this side. I'm putting it in now. Same way I showed you before. And what I did is I bent it already. So what we're gonna do is take some of these nice bolts that they gave us. Run it through here. I love it that this is adjustable. So then we can run it through here. And I'll put some thread lock on this too because I don't want it to come out. And we can adjust it and bang, we got our mount. So the other side, I got it right here, I already cut it. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, but just to show y'all, I'm gonna run it up here just like I showed you. And then we're gonna run it right under there, put a bolt in it, and I got my little heat shield here. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that down. And that way it's secure. I could have just left it up here like a lot of people do, but I like my stuff to be secure and I like it to be the way it's supposed to be. As you can see for this hose here, I used the hose that they currently had and I just ran it straight across. It fit perfectly. Now this side we got a little issue. On this side we have a little filter right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this right here at the what do you call this at? At this point I'm gonna cut it and I'm gonna go get an L or a V actually, so I can run the hose down and run it back up. So that's my plan for here. And once I figure that out, I'll come back and show y'all the completed product. But as of now, we got everything set up, as you can see. They say it's plug and play, and it is plug and play, but if you want to do it right, you're gonna have to do some modifications. So I'll be back. So you can see my brackets here. Got my bracket bolted down, or zip tied down my wiring harness. That joker's not moving. Plus I put the heat shield in there. I just bolted it right here. There was a hole right here, so I just bolted that in there, and that thing is not moving. And then on this side, what I had to do, so I didn't want to get rid of this filter, but what I had to do was get a T, and I got a T. I extended this hose out of the valve cover, and that allowed me to run this hose into the intake. So didn't want to get rid of the filter, but in this situation, there's no way I could have kept it. The only other way I could have kept it was running about 3 feet of hose around, and that doesn't really make sense. So right now, we got everything hooked up. Start it up, see how it sounds. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead with some. Hit the gas. Oh yeah. So hopefully we get a couple more horsepower and she'll breathe a little easier. So we do it all straight from the garage. Hope this video helps somebody. You know you can always leave the comments in the comment section. Peace.